All right, we got some moves here for the Steelers. Some have to deal with the practice squad, other with the 53-man roster. So after DeMarvin Leal was waived, he was added to the practice squad. In order to make room for him on the practice squad, we promoted Trey Sermon to the active roster. He had already been promoted 3 times this year. After that, you're not allowed to promote them anymore. Or I'm sorry, you're not allowed to elevate them anymore for the games. So 3 times, and after that, they can still stay on your practice squad, but you can't bring them up for the game anymore. You have to sign them to your 53, or they just sit on the practice squad until you need to sign them to your 53. And then, was it a huge surprise? No, because he had really fallen out of favor. But I thought maybe he would just be a backup. So, if he didn't want to be a backup and he asked for his release, then okay. But the Steelers released safety Juan Thornhill. He had playing time earlier this year. And after the Minka trade, he was pretty much going to be the projected starter. Safety room got a little crowded. And then he was one of the 2 healthy safeties going into the Colts game. Between him and Kyle Duggar. And instead of playing him and Duggar, the Steelers opted to play Ramsey at safety next to Duggar. Duggar, who had just gotten there, 3-4 days prior, just about. Maybe he was traded 4 days prior and only practiced 3 days prior. So, and the safety room, just with all those injuries, Peppers, Clark, they just said, nope, Ramsey, you go. And then versus the Chargers, nope, Ramsey, you go. And when Joey Porter got hurt versus the Chargers, okay, we gotta take Ramsey now. We have to put him back at corner. Now that's going to leave a spot at safety. Who's it going to be? And it was Chuck Clark. So after releasing Juan Thornhill, that move was made in order to claim safety Sebastian Castro off of waivers from the Bucks. So if you guys recognize that name, he was with the Steelers in the preseason. He was part of the final cuts, and he got put on the practice squad, I believe. After he got put on the practice squad, Tampa said, we'll take that. And now they cut him, so back he comes. So, young, versatile safety. We'll see what happens as far as playing time, if any. What did you learn down in Tampa? Can that be applied here? Stuff like that. So, yep. Juan Thornhill gone. Sebastian Castro signed. They can bring Thornhill back to the practice squad if I think he was waived. So it says they released him, but I think they waived him technically. We'll see. But he could, in theory, sign back to the practice squad. Is he going to? I don't know. But he could, is what I'm saying. But, I think we all had a lot of hope for Juan Thornhill. Thinking about, hey, this is a guy who started for Kansas City, won a couple Super Bowls, started for Cleveland, and now he's here. And maybe he wasn't a good fit. Maybe he just couldn't play anymore. I couldn't tell you why he fell out of favor. I mean, I remember he played versus Green Bay, but versus Green Bay, he misjudged the pass deep to Watson, I think it was. I think it was Christian Watson. But he jumped, had his arm up, and the ball went by him. He misjudged it. So he doesn't really have a career as an outfielder in the MLB, but something just didn't work. Fit, age, something. And who knows, maybe it wasn't, I don't know, he's not that old, so is it age? But also, could it be just that he's not good anymore? Can you not be good anymore, not just because you're old, But who knows, maybe the Steelers really thought they had something with Juan Thornhill in preseason or training camp, and that's why they were willing to trade Minka away. They felt comfortable with the depth, and they're like, okay, we're just going to trade Minka. And right now, you probably really wish we had Minka. But that was a necessary part of the deal to get Jalen Ramsey, And we'll see Minka again in a couple weeks on Monday Night Football when the Dolphins come to Pittsburgh. But that is it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. I'll see all you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.